took it for its first run, just on the road lightly, nothing like off-road or anything really bashing or stuff like that. It was just on the road, smooth runs, running really smooth. I used half a battery, and I noticed that when I got back there was a lot of metal shavings, all the metal, all that dust there, that's all metal, shaved metal, so just grinded metal. And I found out where it came from. The dog bone here. You see it normally looks like that, nice and round. But there we've got completely chopped up. It just ground. Unbelievable how that happened. I mean, the amount of the motor, torque of the motor must be so crazy just to do that. Now, so the question is why? Why did that happen? And then I got to thinking, oh, hang on a minute. So we remember the old diff housings versus the new ones. There was a height difference, and I'll show a picture right now on the screen of that difference. And what I've actually figured out is that the new diff housings that they recommended are actually not correct at all. There's no way they're right, because if you remember all the work I had to do to cut them out, to shave off all the plastic, and I had to add extra shims and shave stuff off the back here, and all of that work was kind of for nothing, because now I don't know if I'm going to be able to show this on camera. I'm going to try to show it a little bit, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off this whole front again, and then I'm going to show what I mean, what the problem is with all the parts off. So basically, if you can see right in there, right, and that there, if you can see the angle of that, of where the back of the diff cup comes out the back, and where the angle of the dog bone would be about there. So you've got this crazy downward angle. I'm not really sure what the word is, but you can tell that it didn't like it because of the height difference. And again, I'll show that picture, and it's like, it's only 2 millimeters of difference, but hey, that's all it takes. That's all it takes to. I just found 4 screws, and I was thinking, what are they for? And I just realized, if 2 millimeters of difference is all it takes to make something just completely grind itself to pieces. And at this point, I would have to say, go through all my videos about this car, and then work your own opinion out whether or not you want to buy one. I've said before, I recommend getting an Armour. But yeah, work out your own opinion if you want one or not. I'm not going to say don't buy them. It's quite a shame, really. You can say you get what you pay for, but I mean, this was expensive, man. I mean, seriously, with the car plus the ESC, the motor and the radio gear, it wasn't cheap. It's not cheap. Even these things, if you buy them with the ZD Racing motor and stuff from like a Banggood or Wish or whatever those other sites are, they're not cheap. They're slightly cheaper than, say, like an Armour product or something like that, another brand. So what I'll do now is I'll take off the front, I'll take off that front diff thing, and I'll show a why these new diff housings are the wrong ones. Even though they say they are compatible, they're not. They're not compatible at all, and I'll show why. So I got the front diff out, and I've set it up a way that best represents why it failed. So hopefully that's close. Hopefully you can actually see. So obviously this would be that way, like that. But I've just got it sitting there. It doesn't matter. It still does the same thing, you know. So basically why that failed is because of the height, the difference. There's a 2mm difference of height between the default diffs that came with it, that's these ones, and the new ones. As you can see, if I put this side by side, you can't really tell, but this part here where the diff cup comes out of is 2mm higher than the new ones. So these are too low. This would be fine if it was straight. It would work. It wouldn't have done that. The wearing. You hang on. Let me check the screen. You see the wearing in the diff cup. Like right in there. It's really chewed up. It would be fine if it was straight, but the front of the chassis is angled so that the front diff is on, slightly tilted like that. I'll draw a picture and put it on the screen now of what I'm trying to explain. So this is angled upwards, and then this dog bone is angled down. So that's the type of, right there, that's what happened, you see. So because that dog bone's running on such an insane angle, the dog bone's going down, diff cup's going up. You know, it'd be fine if it was straight, but it's not. It's angled upwards. So because of the difference in the height, you know, you're getting just a fraction too much angle on the front. So therefore, when this, I mean, it works for one run, but it wears out. It's quite amazing how just the tolerance of like 2mm can make a massive difference on something completely wearing out on the first run. Yeah, so that's sort of like what I'm at now. So what are my options now? Well, I can't use the new diff cup, the new diff housing. All the work I put into those to try and make them fit, and they're just not the right ones. And I tried saying this on Facebook, as a ZD Racing Facebook, and I said, hey, I got these new diff things, and they seem to be the wrong ones. And the people that replied argued the point in favor of the new ones. And if you say that the new diff cups, the ones with the GM Racing on the front, this one doesn't have it, but that one there, argued that they're the right ones, use them. But I can say now, with confidence, they were wrong. They are not the right ones because of this, the angle. They're too low, and it causes too much of an angle for both the dog bone and the diff cup to cause major wear, even after one run. Like, you would expect to see this type of damage after 15 runs of bashing at least. That's what you would expect. After 15 runs of absolute insane bashing, you would see this kind of damage, and it would be time to replace them. But not after one run. with half a battery. It's just shocking, in all honesty. So, why did I buy a ZD racing car? And I think I have to address that because there's a lot of YouTubers on YouTube basically, promoting them. They're kind of promoting them. As some of them say, a lot of people are saying, hey, they're breaking their thumbs down, this broke instantly. But they're still kind of promoting it in a way. And it's like, I sort of felt like, well, hey, I could buy that car and, obviously it breaks when you bash it. Everything breaks when you bash them, you know. So I thought, hey, I could get that car and just, look after it. Maintain it, don't bash it, just use it as a road vehicle and be very gentle. But even then, it's just, they're not good quality. So I think like channel, I don't know, I can't remember the name of it, but he's basically got a thumbnail that says do not buy the ZD Racing. But when you actually watch his video, he's promoting it and he never once says why won't you buy it. And he's basically got a link in the description, an affiliate link. So whenever you see an affiliate link for ZD Racing, just be very careful. I don't think, I'm not blaming the YouTubers for promoting them. I just think that they don't really truly understand just how bad they are. You got to buy new parts when you buy it. When you take it out of the box, you instantly have to buy new parts. You take it for 1 or 2 runs and you're already having to buy new parts. So it's just, in the long run, it's going to cost you more than an Armour product. Because you're going to buy spare parts every single run that you take it out. You're going to have to replace parts.